This ain't fucking over.
It is for you.
You damn right it ain't over. What Tommy don't know is that Joe had a little backup, and Lisa Marie now has that wiretapping that was on that laptop, and he got Cousin Benny. And we're gonna talk about the history of Cousin Benny, how he's gonna be tied to this whole thing. If you're finding me for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications so when I drop videos, you all get them. If you like Power, check out my Power t-shirts in the video description. And if you're new to this channel, you can navigate everything I cover by going to the YouTube homepage on my playlist and see what's in there that you like.
I don't know, Benny. Charlie sounded spooked. Can you check on him? Make sure he's okay?
Probably wants more money. I'll check on him.
All right, thanks. I'll call you when Lisa Marie and I get back into town.
All right. Have a good trip.
Thanks, cuz.
Cousin Benny. What do we know about Cousin Benny? We know very little about Cousin Benny other than this. We know he spent time in jail. We also know that Cousin Benny has some kind of a crime tie because when Bailey Markham was killed in Joe Proctor's crib, who did he call? Not Ghost, not Tommy. He called Cousin Benny to come dispose of the body and get rid of and clean up the crime scene in his house. And he also let Cousin Benny hold on to that laptop for a little while. So I titled this video, Do You Know His Last Name? Because it might give you more clues to how Cousin Benny is gonna tie into the rest of the series. And so for last name purpose, Joe Proctor's last name really was not Proctor. Joe Proctor's last name is the same name as his cousin Benny, which is Savilio. Does that sound a little Italian to you guys? Joe Proctor just took Proctor's last name because his real father died in '84, who was a Savilio, and mom married a guy whose last name was Proctor, so Proctor took that name. Given that we know Benny's last name is Savilio, I'm assuming that's more of an Italian name. It definitely ain't a Ukrainian name. It's definitely not a Serbian name. That would lead me to believe that maybe Cousin Benny has some ties to maybe the Italian family, the Italian crime boss family, and maybe he was trying to get out the game and he did his time in jail, got out the game. But the theories that are going around the web is that Cousin Benny could possibly be a hitman for Vincent or some other organization that was Italian tied to Vincent. He's gonna spare Tariq's life because Tariq brought Lisa Marie to his crib, and he's gonna somehow or another maybe give Ghost the wiretapping information when Lisa Marie lets him know that he has it, and possibly take out Tommy. That's one of the prevailing theories that we got going on here. And I would say it's possibly sounds like it's a good one, but I just don't see Cousin Benny being the person to shoot Tommy. I don't see that. Do I think Cousin Benny has something to do with an Italian boss? I think so. I think Cousin Benny is gonna have something to do with it. We know that that information that Cousin Benny has is gonna get out and he's gonna use it somehow. It's just a matter of how is Cousin Benny gonna use the information. The other prevailing theory in this whole thing, and that might get Cousin Benny killed when he does come forward with this wiretapping in an effort to possibly help Tariq, is that Tariq staged this whole entire thing. Now, we are supposed to think that Tariq ain't that smart. And also the fact that Tariq added aspirin to the drugs, which is why Vincent came to get him in the first place, would kind of lead me to believe that that might not be the right theory, because the only reason Vincent came to get him was because he added aspirin to his drugs. And if you guys are sitting here thinking, well, you know, that will make Tommy and Ghost really believe that something went wrong, well, you didn't have to do that if Tariq really and truly staged this event. He could have just told Vincent, hey man, look, I want to stage something. I want to get at my daddy. I want to get at Tommy, blah, blah, blah. I want to stage something to hurt them. Or is the motive driven by Tariq trying to double cross everybody So he staged this on his own, and maybe he has a side deal going somewhere with Cousin Benny, which I totally do not believe that. But maybe Tariq did stage this somehow. Cousin Benny's gonna step in and save Tariq, which might be why Tariq was so willing to help Lisa Marie leave the apartment when he knew something bad was about to happen to Joe Proctor, Lisa Marie's daddy. But leave me your theories on Cousin Benny. Just wanted to give you a little bit more clues about what's going on with Cousin Benny and hear what you guys think. That's gonna do it for this video. Don't forget to like my video. Please comment, subscribe, go get yourself that life game. Never be afraid to leave your theories in the comment section. There are no crazy theories. We can just work through them and figure out who's right after we see what really happens. And until the next Sex is Hell video, I'll see you.